The Open Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia is underway. The final of that event, the current title holders Brisbane and GPS, and that crew, I would suggest, is leading at the moment. The full field, Western Australian Rowing Club, Philippa Colby and Amy Walters, coached by Matthew Higgins in Station 2. Station 3, University of Technology Sydney, Sarah Thompson and Katharine McKeever, coached by Robin Mackney. Lane 4, Brisbane and GPS. As I said, the defending champions, not just the club but the crew. Clare Raven and Louise Raven, the sisters, coached by Peter Howard. Lane 5, Sydney, Nicole Stride and Kelly Stride. I imagine they're sisters as well. And coached by Adam Vine Hall. And Footscray City, Louise DaCosta and Katie Stokel, coached by Neil Bonas. The early leaders, the defending champions, Clare and Louise Raven. And they're coached by Peter Rowdy Howard, who's had a good regatta, as has his club, Brisbane and GPS. The official result now of the Schoolboy Coxed 4 Championship of Australia. First, Scotch College in lane 4. Second, Scotch College in lane 5. Third, Pulteney Grammar in lane 6. The winning time, 6:42.29. The margins, 1.20 between first and second, and 4.84 between second and third. The first time Scotch College has won that event, so great effort there by James Adams coaching that crew. The Open Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia, the Raven sisters rode in the Open Double Sculls, where they went against all the Olympic athletes and didn't make the final of that event, but they showed some good form, which would have them a fairly short price favourite to repeat the win in this race that they won last year. Clare and Louise Raven, their father, I saw him here on the bank a couple of days ago. He's old enough. I used to race against him. And Clare and Louise, coached by Peter Rowdy Howard, sculling beautifully. They honed their skills again during the week in much tougher opposition than this. The Sydney crew of Nicole Stride and Kelly Stride, they're very much in the mix there and keeping it up to the Brisbane and GPS crew. They're coached by Adam Vine Hall at Sydney Rowing Club and part of the famous Stride family. Jimmy Stride rode for Sydney Rowing Club many, many years ago. And Footscray City doing a great job from Victoria, Louise DaCosta and Katie Stokel, coached by Neil Bonas. The Western Australian Rowing Club, Philippa Colby and Amy Walters, coached by Matthew Higgins. And University of Technology Sydney, Sarah Thompson and Katharine McKeever. Robin Mackney, who for many, many years was involved in the Glebe Rowing Club, now coaching at University of Technology Sydney. But it is the blue and green colours of Brisbane and GPS, badly affected in the floods in Queensland. The wall that faces the Brisbane River was washed away completely, and the club was able to rebuild things. They lead through 1,000 metres by 6.52 seconds, so a two lengths lead to Brisbane and GPS, Clare and Louise Raven over University of Technology Sydney in second place. Sarah Thompson and Katharine McKeever. Then follows Nicole and Kelly Stride of Sydney in third place. As I was saying, the Brisbane and GPS shed had lost a wall, completely washed away in the floods in Queensland, and the club rebuilt that wall in a short period of time, and all the athletes got in and helped with the clean-up, and they're enjoying great success here at the regatta already. Brisbane and GPS winning the under-19 girls quad scull and the under-19 girls double, and getting a medal in the under-19 single scull. And Clare and Louise Raven looking to make it 2 years in a row to win the Open Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia. The first 2 years that this event's been run, in fact. An initiative of Rowing Australia to bring in the Open Club Women's Double Scull for those athletes just below the elite level. And Clare and Louise Raven showing very good form here in the middle of the field in the diamond formation. They're heading out over Sydney and UTS, although UTS starting to feel the pinch a little. Western Australian Rowing Club closest the spectators, Philippa Colby and Amy Walters just hanging on. And on the far side, Footscray City, Louise DaCosta and Katie Stokel in those traditional colours of Footscray City, and not dissimilar to their Footscray AFL team, in fact. Brisbane and GPS still sculling beautifully. Their blades are parallel, they're going in time, and they're enjoying the look back at the rest of the field in near perfect conditions. Just a slight tail breeze making times nice and fast. The previous race, Schoolboy Cox 4 Championship, 6:42. Those boys had banked that time any day of the week. They'd like to take that one with them, I think. And at the moment, Clare and Louise Raven, Clare in the bow seat, Louise in the stroke seat, and absolutely precision rowing here in the Open Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia. Brisbane and GPS continues to lead. UTS clearly second now in the silver medal position. Sarah Thompson and Katharine McKeever. Robin Mackney, the evergreen coach, as I said, used to be at Glebe, now with UTS, where she's coaching with Ellen Randell and Stephen Luca. And Sydney, Nicole and Kelly Stride, coached by Adam Vinehall, is doing a sensational job at Sydney Rowing Club. At Footscray City, Louise DeCosta and Katie Stokel are going out after that Sydney crew for that all-important bronze medal. And the Western Australians can't do any better. They're back in 5th place and will finish in that position. But with 25 strokes to go, Brisbane and GPS, Clare and Louise Raven, going to win back-to-back Australian championships in the same event. Doesn't often happen that the same crew wins back-to-back national championships. But Clare and Louise Raven, coached by the laconic Peter Rowdy Howard, is going to go on and win this event and win it in very convincing fashion. They got 3 or 4 clear lengths over the second place UTS, and it's Brisbane and GPS first. UTS, University of Technology Sydney, in second. Third will be Sydney Rowing Club. They fought back from the challenge of Footscray City. Oh, UTS just caught a crab right on the finish line, but will stumble across in second. And UTS second, just in front of Sydney. A bit of a shipwreck there just before the line for UTS. Then back in 4th was Footscray City, and 5th was the Western Australian Rowing Club. 7:27.65. 7:27.65. Unofficial in the Open Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia.
Great to see these club races on the program, Ray, because
presentation of medals for the Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia. The medals will be presented by Peter Wade, President of Rowing Tasmania. In 3rd place, and winners of the bronze medals, representing Sydney Rowing Club, Nicole Stride and Kelly Stride. In 2nd place, and winners of the silver medals, representing UTS Rowing Club, Sarah Thompson and Katharine McKeever. And the coach, Robin Mackney. And the 2001 champions in the Club Women's Double Sculls, winners of the gold medals, representing Brisbane and GPS, Clare Raven and Louise Raven. And the coach, Peter Howard. Now, ladies, winning the club double sculls, what does it mean to win this great club event?
It's very exciting. You can never guarantee coming back again, so it was nice to come back and do it again.
And anybody particular to thank?
Definitely friends and family, and coaches have got us through to here. So that's Rowdy, Cam, Kennedy, and definitely Pete Hicks. So yeah, thank you to all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the medalists in the Club Women's Double Scull Championship of Australia 2011.